Few weeks back, Epic Games did their thing where they just like give stuff away for free, and they put this game up. I grabbed it because it was free and my principles are negotiable at that price point. I took it for a test drive and I liked it so much I decided to make a video on it. For the record, and I can't stress this enough, this is not sponsored. I mean, look at me. Look at this channel. Does this look like the face of a man who has his life together enough to get a sponsorship? So what exactly is Hordes of Hel? It's basically like a Vampire Survivors like game, but they've coated it with some Nordic mythology paints. It has like the core loop of you run around, kill mobs for XP, level up, pick one of 3 upgrades to eventually become a maniac that doesn't know what's going on because the screen is filled with fish flying down from the sky thanks to the passive you picked up from the sea god. But that's okay because, as we all know, the less visual clarity the game has, the better it is and the more damage you're doing to both the mobs and your graphics card. So the typical bullet hell, but it's got these extra layers, objectives, boss fights, and a wild amount of customization. What really hooks me are the systems. First, the class system. There are 7 classes. You start out with 2, and you unlock the rest by actually playing the game. Let me just pitch a few of them so you get like a better idea of what the classes are about. There is the Berserker, which is all about rage, attack speed, crit, also a lot of like heal regen. Probably the second strongest class in the game, even though it's the starter class. Only second to the first one, which is the Seer, which is the strongest class in the game. The Seer starts out weaker than my stomach after eating some chicken I probably shouldn't have, but was like too lazy to cook an extra 3 minutes. But it ends up as the most powerful class in the game. She uses invulnerability shields and like XP crystals and has like XP and choice manipulation. Really interesting. You also got the Archmage, which is basically like this elf guy who is like the last avatar, can manipulate all of the elements. He can choose if he wants to be fire, ice, lightning, or poison, and specializes in double casting. All viable, all fun. Some are S tier, some are B tier, but they all have that like distinct flavor. All in each class has subclasses and weapon choices you pick mid-run, which further twists the build. You can also pledge to gods. There are 9 of them. You start out with 4. You can gradually unlock the remaining gods and classes by playing through the subsequent maps that you unlock, and it adds a whole new axis of theory crafting. There's tons of different playstyles for the gods you choose as well. There's Thor, which is all about, you know, stuns, lightning, and just doing really good damage. You've got Freya, who's all about survivability and good buffs, just being like the comfort pick. You got Brock and Sindri, which is like the stat stick twins. They don't give you a lot of active skills, but as a trade-off you get these runes with like insane stats, and it's essential for endless mode, boring for a fun time. We are always fun maxing, your meta plays have no business here. And then there's also Loki, who specializes in debuffs and just generic power. The jack of all trades, master to none. All his skills are really powerful too. I mean, look at the damage. Probably the strongest. Like, I know you might accuse me of being biased because of the channel name, and you would be 100% correct. And that's only half of them. That's how the game builds identity and how you create playstyles, combinations, and synergies. And they're pretty obvious when you take a look at them, that the aesthetics from these certain gods match certain classes. Like, Nerthus, benefiting regen, could obviously work really well with Berserker, who also specializes in regen. The synergies write themselves. You got classes, gods, and then you got a passive skill tree. You upgrade with golds from runs. Some of the passive points are about unlocking evolutions for certain skills. Some of them are about giving you permanent passives for all of your runs. There's a lot of customization in the skill tree as well. You can respec at any time for free, so go nuts, be like me, and make terrible life choices that you later regret but learn a lot from. That's part of the journey.
But I'm not done yet!
Now, what about challenge? Because we don't want a snooze fest or an easy time. We like to make our lives harder than they need to be. Layers on layers. You have each map, which has its own innate scaling difficulty, and each map has its own unique challenges and special mechanics. You then have the actual difficulty of normal, hard, insane, nightmare, and endless, or relaxing endless. This can be further augmented with runes that add specific modifiers to make your run more challenging or different. The more difficulty you add, the more gold and weapon points that you get to make your overall kind of account stronger, I guess you could say. You can make it a relaxing stroll or a masochistic nightmare. The game lets you choose your own suffering, and I respect that. You've got your classes, subclasses, weapon choice, god choice, and just like a bunch of more things. You could be like a mage and cast a bunch of fire spells with double casting, or a melee god and just build a ton of speed and attack damage while face tanking. Or you could be like a weirdo like me and try some awkward combination of trying to make your dash skill and weapon skill have some sort of synergy while using a midgets and having a more active playstyle. The sky is the limit. There are so many levers to customize your own run, and that to me is what makes the game so fun and interesting. Anyways, I just wanted to share this fun thing I found. I've been in my head about content lately, trying to make the perfect video instead of just making a video. Maybe it's mid, but you gotta start somewhere, right? You can't just fantasize about it. If you did watch all the way to the end and enjoyed, please pop a like and subscribe as it helps me out greatly. But as always, remember to take care and have a glorious day.